In the last video, we saw how to convert any vector design into a non-responsive and absolutely positioned web page. Now, we'll learn how to convert the same design into a fully responsive page with developer-friendly HTML and CSS. The first thing to do is to toggle the output quality from static output to fully responsive. Now this grays out most of our canvas. That is because the design is not grouped properly. Let's go back to Sketch and do a full export again. Now Codegen will throw you some grouping errors. So why does Codegen show grouping errors in responsive mode? When you create interfaces in a vector design tool, you place elements in absolute positions. For example, here in our sample design, the element Codegen is placed horizontally at 704 pixels and vertically at 48 pixels. So if you watched the first video, all that Codegen did was to print out your vector design onto a web page using the same X and Y positions. In CSS, this is called absolute positioning. But we want to turn our designs into truly responsive websites. We can't just print the design to a web page. Elements can no longer be absolutely positioned. Instead, elements need to respond to the size of the canvas. The canvas being a mobile screen, a tablet, or a desktop. Here is where grouping comes into play. Through grouping, the elements get to know their relationship to other elements and can respond together to the changing size of the canvas. If you have already grouped your layers properly in Sketch, meaning elements that belong together are grouped together, then Codegen should just work out of the box, and it should show no grays at all. If not, here is the rule of thumb to start grouping your Sketch layers. Things that are vertically next to each other and belong together should be grouped together in Sketch. After you've done this, then elements that are horizontally next to each other and belong together should be grouped together in Sketch. Now let's apply this to our design. Here we have two sections, the header navigation section and the hero section. Let's look at the header section first. Here, the four navigation links are horizontally next to each other and they belong together. So let's put them into a group. Now the logo and the newly created group are horizontally next to each other. And since they together form the header section, we'll group them together and name it header. Similarly, in the hero section, the three elements on the left side are vertically next to each other and belong together. So let's group them as well. Then we have the hero image horizontally next to this group. So we'll group the image and the left side together to form the hero section. Now let's export this design again. All the grouping errors are gone. So next time when you're in responsive mode in Codegen and see any grays, just go back to Sketch and group them properly using this rule of thumb. So far, in this video, we have established relationships between elements via grouping. In the next video, we'll tell them how to respond to different canvas sizes.